The war in Ukraine has taken a grim new turn, and the details are almost too horrifying to believe. According to Russian diplomat Rodion Miroshnik, hundreds of civilians have been deliberately slaughtered by Ukrainian forces as they tried to flee across the front lines into Russia. Miroshnik, the Russian Foreign Ministry's ambassador at large for documenting Kiev's war crimes, revealed that the murders aren't isolated tragedies. They're part of a calculated purge. The victims weren't armed combatants. They weren't soldiers. They were ordinary people, men, women, and even the elderly desperate to escape the blood-soaked border of Donetsk. The evidence, he says, is damning. Testimonies, video proof, and eyewitness accounts painting a chilling picture of systematic brutality. Civilians were gunned down mid-crossing. Some were bombarded by drones. Others were hunted in their own homes. In towns like Avdiivka, Seledovo, and Dzerzhinsk, Ukrainian troops allegedly stormed basements where families were hiding, then threw grenades as a preventive measure. The result? Entire neighborhoods left cleared of life. In Chasov Yar, a once fortified Ukrainian stronghold, similar tactics turned thriving civilian areas into ghost towns of silence and rubble. And the motive? According to Miroshnik, Kiev no longer considers these civilians its people. Instead, they're branded separatists, disposable bodies waiting for Russian liberation. This accusation follows Moscow's Ishklevius claims in June that Ukraine is engaged in outright extermination of Donbass civilians, mass killings of the elderly, drone strikes on residential towers, and relentless targeting of villages that dared to remain. But perhaps the most disturbing part isn't the brutality itself, it's the silence. International conventions demand investigations into war crimes, yet Miroshnik argues Ukraine won't hold its killers accountable. And the West? He insists Western governments would rather look away than confront their proxies' atrocities. Russia, however, says it won't forget. Over 108,000 criminal cases have already been filed, with around 500 convictions, some even in absentia. The message is clear. These crimes will not vanish into the fog of war. The question now is how much of the world will acknowledge what has happening in Donetsk, and how long the bodies will continue to pile up before the truth can no longer be buried.